When we released the first top 5 most influential guitar pedals video, you clamored, you raged, you flooded the comments with caterwauling wails of injustice. We listened, and now we will give the people what they want. Welcome to the top 5 most influential guitar pedals video, Viewer's Choice Edition! Hey guitar nerds, this is your El Duderino numero uno Lowell George from Pedalboards of Doom. As suggested by Grumpy Guitar Guy, the MXR Phase 90 has made it on the list. The Phase 90 was released in 1974 and was the first guitar pedal ever made by MXR. The MXR Phase 90 was produced till 1984 when MXR went bankrupt. A bit later, the company was bought by Jim Dunlop and the production was resumed with a circuit modification. After many complaints, Dunlop released the Eddie Van Halen signature Phase 90 with the circuit restored. Composed of 4 phase shifting stages, the MXR is the phase pedal. So click that Phase 90 on and sharpen that booger picking finger, cause it's phaser time.
So next up on our list is the Shinai Univibe, and thanks to Grumpy Guitar Guy for suggesting this one. The 1968 Shinai Univibe really was the birth of pedal-based modulation, which itself was an attempt to emulate the fabled Leslie rotating speaker sound. Though the result wasn't all that accurate, what came instead was a magical psychedelic trip into a whole new and exciting modulation world. The original circuit created its sound by using photocells to detect a pulsating light bulb, which created an asymmetrical throb that truly is the Univibe's signature sound. Many companies have recreated this in recent years using digital processing and lower budget LED based units, which we have pitted against each other on the Stomp v Stomp series here on Pedalboards of Doom. There's absolutely no wonder why this effect became somewhat of a favourite with guitarists seeking to push the limits into space and beyond. Notable users include Jimi Hendrix and Robin Trower, to name but 2.
As suggested by Jeff Hyatt, the Crybaby Wah was first produced in 1966 by the Thomas Organ Vox Company, and due to the failing to register the trademark, subsequently usurped by Dunlop. Made to sound like a dying cat, a muted trumpet or human voice-like emulation, the Crybaby would take its place in the rock pantheon and among many other genres of music for generations to come. But what players did with it could neither be predicted or foretold. Actually, it could. They used it for porn. Many guitar gods have birthed iconic tones from the Crybaby Wah that will echo across eternity. And porn, used by literally everybody who is anybody. The Crybaby is a staple on most pedal boards. It is the chicken of guitar pedals because it goes with everything. I've got one. You've got one. Kurt Hammett definitely has one. So difficultly try to Velcro a Crybaby Wah to your pedal board and wah wah away.
Hi, it's Lee here. Right, we're going to be talking about the Boss DS1, and rightly so. Let's face it, who of us hasn't owned one? Right, people who requested this include Stuart Tate of TateFX and the guys over at Barefoot Bearded Wizardry. Bit of the backstory. The MXR Distortion Plus came out in the early 70s, was very popular. People like Randy Rhoads using it all over Ozzy's albums. And then Boss released the DS1 in 1978. Arguably, this is heavy metal's heyday. People who use this include Kurt Cobain, Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Doug Aldrich, Dave Navarro, Gary Moore, John Frusciante, George Lynch, loads and loads and loads of people. This pedal sounds its best when you're running it into an already driving amp. But people didn't necessarily know that, so I did get a lot of bad press from people who were running it into like clean amps with like lots of headroom and these sort of things, and expecting the same results. This pedal is also one of the most modded pedals of all time. You've got low gain mods, high gain mods, clean boost mods, crazy synth mods. there's a whole section of it in Brian Wampler's book of modding. So it's safe to say that this circuit is really well known in the industry. So go and check it out, this one's a winner.
What can we say about the Klon Centaur that Josh Scott has not already said in exhausting detail over and over again in long-winded diatribes that we love and can't seem to get enough of? Well, I'll give it a go. In recent history, what other pedal has permeated the guitar effect pedal zeitgeist like the Klon Centaur? Developed by Bill Finnegan between 1990 and 1994, the pedals were hand-built by Bill to, as legend would have it, be a transparent overdrive adding sweet gain to the signal without significantly altering the tone. Used and popularized by players such as Mark Tremonti, yes, the Creed guy, Warren Haynes, John Mayer, and most definitely Josh himself, the Klon Centaur's values have skyrocketed to the insane, with units selling for upwards of $5,000, and most notably Josh Scott listing his for $500,000. The myths and tales of this mysterious black goop circuit-boarded pedal have reached such fantastic heights that even Bill Finnegan himself released a KTR version with the label stating, "Kindly remember, the ridiculous hype that offends so many is not of my making." So, Klon, 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 Centaur. Thank you for watching the Top 5 Most Influential Guitar Pedals Viewer's Choice Edition video. What do you want the next Top 5 to be? Please leave it in the comments below. And remember, like and subscribe.